some level of armament for the communities, and they can serve as the first line of defense. Second takeaway from what the general said, whole society approach is not the first time we are hearing. But what I'm saying, the way to do it is when we live here, those of us who have some influence, the elites in society, discuss with your communities, come to us, get some sort of approval and guidance, and then we can stop these criminals. You can imagine you call sector, let's say sector 4 or whatever, sector of the army, to come to this community if there's an attack. Before they even arrive there, if they attack another community, what happens? This is what we should take away from here. And lastly, okay, so last thing is said to us, which is quite important, is that we should not make this another talk show. And that's why this is my intervention. That security starts from you. There's nothing that is new. 1870 something, I can't remember. The French Revolution, in the street of Paris, they were beheading people. We've had hijack of plane. We'll forget quickly. We've had the wet ear syndrome. We had so many. There's some Matasini and whatever. There will always be security problems. So when I hear people say this is security in Nigeria, as long as human beings exist, there will be security problems. The issue is the response. We have to take that mentality away. What is the security agencies doing? Who, apart from a tree, knows that they want to come and cut him and remain standing? Only a tree. We have to get the communities to rise and defend themselves first. And the time to start it is now. When you move out from here, I do that every day. I come from a village in Ndi-igbo land, Ogun State, and I talk to my people. I know the level of armament they are entitled to. I know how they organize themselves in quarters. We have 4 quarters. I am using my expertise to guide them. You cannot wait for the military to come and do everything.
Thank you. I believe you watched that video and you understand everything. According to the DSS boss, he said that everyone need to protect themselves, that you don't need to wait for the securities, the police and the army to come and protect you. Now, I know when you hear this voice, one thing will come to your mind. Oh yeah, let's equip everybody. Now, if you get money, go and buy AK-47 and keep for your house for protection. That is not the solution. That is not what he is saying. Before I tell you what this man is saying here, my name is MAP Eziokubundo 1. Now, when you listen to this man, the first thing that every community need to do is to mobilize their yourselves and come together first, then select select groups and form vigilante on their own. And not just the community. Every community need the neighboring community. That is, everyone, you need a wider network of connection. So when you form your own community, when this community form their own vigilante, other community, you must make sure that they form their own. Then all the communities will collaborate together so that when the attack come to this community, the other community will, once the attack come, what they need to do is to alert the neighboring community, see the road they pass, see they were are. Then other communities will now go and ambush them. And believe you me, they will capture them all. Now, what do you need to do is for every village to organize themselves, mobilize the youth, and have a verified village vigilante that is protecting the community, most especially the boundaries. And all the villages, all the vigilante in every villages will schedule each people. This group will guide the boundaries or the bush part today. Tomorrow the other group will guide, the next day the other group. And each of these vigilantes, you will have contact of other people. Then in case any attack come for one community, the other community will help ambush them. This collaboration will help us to protect our territory, our community against the Fulani invaders. One community alone cannot do it. Now, apart from that, there is another thing the DSS boss said. He used himself to give an example. He said that his place where he come from, Ndi-igbo, if I'm not mistaken, he said that he always mobilized the youth and put them through how to protect themselves. In other words, he didn't go in details, but if you are intelligent enough, you will understand that what he means there is that he have already equipped the villages, and what I tell you is what they are doing. They are protecting themselves, not individually, but the group. Now, what do I expect from our brothers who are into the military, who are into the DSS, who are into the security, who have understood how these criminals operate, and they have their own trains? What you need to do is to fall back to your village, then help train your people and tell them how to operate and how to be in a battlefield. Also, your advices and your intellectuals is needed. Help train your youth. You must not join the Fulanis in the military this thing to come and buy your people. So you need to pass your knowledge to the youth and help train them on how to protect themselves, on how to protect the entire community. That is what we need to do. In other words, let all the communities in our land have a network communication. Let them have the unit. Like had it been that Ihamufu and the other neighboring villages have this network of group of vigilante, as the Fulani was attacking Ihamufu, the people will alert the security of the neighboring villages, while their own security will be coming to protect them. The other villages will ambush them and they will fall in their trap. By the time 2 to 3 communities do this, the Fulani will no longer overpower our people. I don't want to say much because I will not go in details on this broadcast or in this video, but as a security personnel, please, it is time you fall back to your places and help your community. Biafra land is bleeding. Ndi-igbo is bleeding. We are sitting on a gunpowder, or how do they say it, on a timing bomb. Please, the hour is now. Let us prepare ourselves so that they will not take us unaware. I remember my humble self, MAP Eziokubundo 1, day 1.